With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
In this question, they've given us 4 statements. Now we have to read the statements and identify the true or false statements out of these. So first of all, they are saying in the first statement, New York in temperate area has 56 species of birds. So when we talk about biodiversity is a term that is commonly used to describe the species richness. If the level of species richness is high, we are going to say that there is rich biodiversity. However, the distribution of biodiversity is quite uneven in our biosphere on the surface of our Earth, and the most common pattern that we see in the biodiversity distribution is the latitudinal gradient. By latitudinal gradient, we mean that more and more biodiversity is found in the regions near the equator or the tropical regions. So tropical regions have more species richness, while as we move towards the poles or we move to the temperate regions, the level of biodiversity decreases. So here, New York is actually a temperate area at around 41 degree north, but here the diversity of birds that has been given is quite low. So this is similar to the polar areas. When we move even further from the equator, then the biodiversity is going to decrease this much. If we talk about New York, there are around 105 species of birds over there. So this statement is false. Even though the diversity should be less than the tropical regions, still it's not going to be this low, and we are going to find over 100 different species. Next, in the next statement, they're saying tropical biomes, unlike temperate ones, are more seasonal, less constant and predictable. So again, this statement is false. The reason why there is such rich biodiversity in tropical regions is that there is good availability of water. There is enough rainfall and sunlight available to the plants and animals over there. And apart from this, the climate does not show a lot of fluctuation. The climatic conditions are quite stable. So that is why biodiversity is able to flourish and even develop. But what are they saying? They are saying the tropical biomes are more seasonal. No, there is less seasonal fluctuation, and further they are saying they are less constant and predictable. So we have already mentioned how the tropical regions are more stable and they have more favorable conditions for the biodiversity to develop. So again, this statement is false. Then they are saying relationship between species richness and area turned out to be rectangular hyperbola on logarithmic scale. Again, false statement. If we make such a graph where we are comparing the relation of species richness and area, then suppose here we are considering species richness, here we are considering area, then we are going to get a rectangular hyperbola, but not on the logarithmic scale. According to this equation, s is equal to ca to the power z, we are going to get a rectangular hyperbola. But if we take the logarithmic values, if this equation is written on the logarithmic scale, log s is equal to log c plus z log a, then we are going to get a straight line, as we can see over here. So again, this statement is false. We do get rectangular hyperbola, but when we take the values on logarithmic scale, it becomes a straight line. So again, incorrect statement. Only our last statement is correct. They are saying slope of regression is 1.15 for frugivorous birds in tropical forests of different countries, the frugivorous birds and mammals. Now here we were already mentioning about the species area relationship in the third statement, and in the equation there is also z. So it is the z that represent the regression coefficient or the slope, and generally we are going to see whichever area we take, the species richness of whichever taxonomic group we take over here, we are generally going to get the value of z in a very narrow range, around 0.1 to 0.2. However, here they are saying the tropical forest of different countries. So they have taken a very large area. When so many continents we are taking, then the value deviates from this range. The value of z becomes much higher, the slope becomes much steeper, and rather than being between 0.1 and 0.2, the value becomes even over 1. So 1.15 is a correct value of Z, which is given for the fruit eating. That is the frugivorous birds and mammals in tropical forest of different continents, because when the area is increased, when we are considering entire continents, then the value of Z will increase from this range to a much larger value. So over here the first three statements are incorrect, but this last statement about the value of Z is true.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut App today.